Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shams Fatima from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Bangalore. And today's topic is fixed length records from file structures. Record structure. Record structure is nothing but organization of record in a file. As we know that file is collection of related data. A record is defined as a set of fields that belong together when the field is viewed in terms of a higher level of organization. A record in a file is represented as a structured data objects. The various methods used to organize the record of a file are: make the records a predictable number of bytes, make the records a predictable number of fields, begin each record with fixed length indicator, use an index to keep the track of addresses, place a delimiter at the end of each record. Let's have a look at the methods of record structures. So there are basically 5 methods for the record structures. First one, make record a predictable number of bytes. That is nothing but fixed length records. A fixed length record file is the one in which the record contains the same number of bytes. The record size can be determined by adding the maximum space occupied by each field. This method is also called as counting byte structures. So let's have a look what is fixed length records and what is variable length records. A record with a fixed length fields have same length of records, but whereas the variable length records have variable. Now let's move ahead to the fixed length field example. So the first one ANAR and the second one MARY-S have the records with the same length of fields, whereas the second variable length fields have different length of the records. And we can see that the first one AMAR has one space left at the end, whereas the space is filled at the last, that is mod 17. So hence the length is varying here. Moving ahead to the second method, here we have to make the record a predictable number of fields. In this method, the number of fields in each record is fixed. This method is called as fixed field count structure. Assuming that every record has 5 fields, then each record can be displayed by counting the field of their modules. And the example is given below, taking the same example, which is AMAR and then MARY.S. Moving ahead to the third method, here we have to begin each record with a length indicator. The length indicator here helps us to measure the length of the records. In this method, every record would begin with an integer that indicates how many bytes are there in the rest of the field. This is a commonly used method for handling variable length records. And here is an example for the records with a length indicator. As we can see that there is a integer before the name. Moving ahead with the fourth method, here we are supposed to use an index to keep the track of an address. Here, index is used to keep the track of addresses, which also helps us to know where the record is kept and where the record has to be kept in the future. An index is used to keep a byte of offset for each record. The byte offset allow us to find the beginning of successive record and compute the length of each record. The position of any record can be taken from the index files, then seek to the record in the data file. So here is an example to keep the record and track the addresses of each record using an index. So the AMAR and the MARY.S can be tracked having an index at the beginning. Moving ahead with the method phi, we are supposed to place a delimiter at the end of each record. In this method, a special character other than field delimiter is placed at the end of each record, which when is encountered indicated the end of the record. In the below example, the character hash is taken as record delimiter. Let's have a look at the first example, Amar, and then there is a hash at the end of that sentence. And looking at the Mary S, we have a hash which is act as a delimiter at the end of the record. Hope you guys got some information about record structures from my video. Thanks for watching my video, and if you got some information from my video, please give a thumbs up. Please share, like and subscribe. Thank you.